Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to this new video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at this piece of art. This is a pinup that was never released. I think it was meant to be a pinup, but this is artwork that I did way back. Let's take a look. Way back August 22nd of 2022. That's when I finished. So over 2 years ago is when I did this. And this is a piece. I don't remember exactly whose idea was it to do this. I think it was my idea, because the piece features two characters. It features the Embrace, which is here, if you can make it out of the madness, and the other character is Aquila. Aquila, I don't know, but this guy here. And I was working with the creator of Aquila, which his name is Aardvark. His name on the social media stuff is Aardvark. And so Aardvark, he got in contact with me. He commissioned me to do two pieces. The first piece was offered on the Aquila campaign, and it sold. Thank goodness it sold. I'm really grateful for that. And so I was asked to do another piece. The Aardvark was working closely with the creator of Embrace, which is Michael Odin, and the artist on that book is Dean James, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, there was Michael Odin, if I'm not mistaken, Michael Odin was like the manager, the campaign manager of Aquila's campaign, so there was a close connection there. And so Aquila asked me, Aardvark asked me to do another Aquila piece. And I think it was my idea, or I think it was his idea. I think it was my idea. I'm not quite sure. Maybe somebody can straighten that out for me. But the idea was to draw both characters, because I think at the time, Embrace 2 was about to be launched, I think. And so they wanted like some kind of promotional drawing, so like the thing was, like you'd have one campaign and then you have another campaign and the two creators are friends. And so they, like, I've seen this before where like these two campaigns will like offer like one single print or a book, like joining the two characters together. And so that was kind of like the intention with this. Like it was going to be like, if you back this book and if you back that book, you'll get some kind of print. At least that was the assumption that I was under. Or that was the idea that I had. I could be completely mistaken with this, but at least that was my idea also. My idea when I think it was my idea to do this, but. The idea was that, to do something cool between like a cool crossover pinup with the two characters, and so I got the green light to do it. Aardvark told me, yeah, go ahead, do it, do something crazy, and I had to do something that would up the stakes compared to my previous drawing, because before this I had another Aquila piece. There are videos in the backlog of that piece, and actually let's take a look at that piece right now. It's right here. So you can see that piece. That piece got a lot of positive reviews. A lot of people were really happy to see that piece. I even got a good comment from Dale Keown about that. He was praising the work also. And so the second piece had to be bigger than the previous. Also, and also when I was thinking about doing that piece, I had to find something to do. And if you look at the campaign of Aquila, there's the main cover is Aquila fighting all of these bad guys. I know Dean James did a really good job with that. He put a bunch of bad guys in there, and it made it look really nice. And Dean James is the artist for Embrace, and he did a cover for Aquila. And so I thought it'd be really cool to do like in a Dean James-esque type drawing where like he's just fighting everybody. And so that was my idea. And at the time, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't read Embrace. I've heard great things about it. I'm pretty familiar with the power set. No, he's got like these, he's got like Spider-Man agility type thing, and he's got these arms that come out. But I'm not too familiar with his rogues gallery or the villains that he faces in the first book or that he's going to face in the second. So I didn't know really what character I could draw from that. But I had seen Aquila. I had seen some of the character art from that. And so I figured, well, if I can't think of some bad guys, then let's just make it to where it's like the Embrace and Aquila taking on a bunch of Aquila bad guys. Now, so all of these bad guys are featured in the Aquila comic. If you got that comic, then you would recognize most of these guys, all of these guys. And yeah, so that was the idea behind that. I went ahead and did this. The layout for this, the thumbnail with this was done pretty quickly. I knew I wanted to have one character facing downwards, taking on a bunch of bad guys. I had Aquila going up, taking on a bunch of bad guys, and then I had the two big ominous bat villains in the background. Like this is a bad guy from the Embrace 2 comic. His name is Strangle, and I had at that time I had like a really cool reference pic to that, because he hadn't been revealed, I think, at the time. I'm not sure, or maybe he had been. So I had that piece, and so I thought I put him towards closer to that character, and then I put the main villain of Aquila close to Aquila. So that was the idea. So it was like this stretch here separating the two villains, and these stretch here of like these two bad guys, these two good guys taking on a bunch of bad guys. And yeah, I got the green light to do it. I went ahead and jumped in on it and started working on it. I'm not gonna lie, this piece took a long time. I think over 2 months. No, sorry, what am I lying? What am I talking about? It's over a month, or about a month. Because there's so many characters here. Like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then the two villains, 12 characters, huh? Just in case if you can't pick them out, because I meant to do it like this on purpose to where like it looks like a big mess. I didn't want to use thick line weights, because then the thick line weights would also make it too weighted down, I guess. I don't know what the word would be. But so I wanted to leave it like this so that when the coloring came in, the coloring would be able to separate what's what from the drawing. And I'll show you the colors in just a moment. But yeah, so just so you can take a look, we have the Embrace right here. And he's got this power where like a bunch of arms come out. No, so I wanted to make sure that there's arms coming out, and that arms would also help out in the fight. No, so he's holding this bad guy down with his hand. Oh, he's like, oh crap. You got this other villain here charging at him. And then you got this guy right here getting choked out by one of his arms. So the arm's coming out from his back to choke this guy out. Why he's not even looking. So I thought that was really cool to show off like the character's also like, it's got like the suit, I'm sorry, it's also got a mind of its own. There's this character here that's getting punched in the face. Now he's getting punched in the face right here by one of the arms. So the arm's coming out, pow, knocking him in his face. Then you got this guy here that's about to jump in and attack Aquila. Aquila has got this guy by the collar. He's like grabbing him by the collar here while he's flying up. He's making this curved line upwards, and he's hitting this guy in the stomach. So he's hitting that guy in the stomach. And then he's also got this other villain coming in. So I thought that was a pretty cool like setup for all these characters. Oh yeah, also I want to apologize for my sniffles and stuff. I'm fighting some allergies. This allergy season here, and it's just destroying the crap out of me. So I apologize for that. But yeah, so then we got this character here, and then we got the big bad guy looming in the background. Then you got the other bad guy, Strangle. I was taking a look, like they're orchestrating this whole mess. And yeah, it was fun. It came out great. It took me a long time to render. Yeah, I did everything slowly. I just want to make sure that I had everything right, that I don't forget. Because usually when you have this amount of characters, like you'll render one thing and then forget to render another part of something. So I think I did pretty good. I don't see any areas that are not rendered. So it came out great. And yeah, so I finished it, and then that was it. There was no mention of the drawing after that. It was never used. Things didn't work as they had been planned. The creator of Aquila Aardvark, he did one campaign, he fulfilled the campaign, it came out great, but he just didn't see it as a viable project moving forward, and he just stepped away from indie comics altogether. Michael Odin didn't launch Embrace 2 when we had suspected it was, when I had suspected it would be launched, and he just recently launched it this year. That campaign also is launched and is closed. So yeah, when that launched, I reached out to Odin and asked him if I can reveal the art and use the art, and then he gave me the green light. So I was really happy with that. But up until recently, this had been just tucked away, and I had it, and yeah, I'm trying to think of the exact word. Like, oh yeah, bummed out would be the best word, I guess. No, because this is such great art. I figured someone can make some kind of use of it, like even as a print or something. Because it got colored also. It got colored, and so I figured somebody could use it as a print. And then if nobody wanted to use it, well, then let me show it off. At least, no, let me show it off on the channel. And so yeah, so that's what that's what I'm doing now. So I'm showing this to you guys. This is artwork that was never used, and for Aquila versus the Embrace. I'm sorry, Aquila and the Embrace. They're fighting a bunch of bad guys together. And so this character, this is like a one and done deal. Embrace is currently on the second book. That campaign is closed, so I'm assuming it's going to be like fulfilled in the next couple of months or so. I'm not sure how far along they are on the art, but yeah, I mean, Michael Odin is someone you can trust. He's put out a bunch of books already, so there should be no doubts about backing his projects. So get on that. I'll have all that information in the description below in the video. So check that out. I'll put Aardvark's Twitter handle in the description. Also, you take a look at that. He's not very active anymore, to my knowledge. I may be mistaken, but yeah. So it's pretty. It's cool that this happened. It's kind of sucks that the idea didn't manifest other than just this artwork. So, but it's still really cool to look at. A lot of characters in here, a lot of stuff happening, and yeah, I got a really good insight as to how to get things done with so many characters, and it is a lot of work. When you get like so many characters in there, you have to make sure that it meshes well. Like, I mean, I think I did a pretty good job, but you got to make sure that characters are actually doing stuff in the image and not just standing there. So this character was really difficult because I had this space. I hadn't originally planned on this guy to be in there, but I had this space here. I was like, I gotta fill it with something, and I went to Aardvark. I was like, what do you think I could put there? And he said, why don't you put another bad guy in there? I was like, yeah, okay, but how do I fit him in there and then make it so that he's doing something? So my only option was to reflect this pose. So it's the same pose, just like reflected over, mirrored, and which is not something that you want to do, but I mean, I didn't have much of an option, and yeah, so I put him in there. This character is actually a character that I created for Aquila, and this is the first time I drew him. Like I like designed it on the spot. Like what if I had a character, that had like octopus type things, and so I had some octopus arms coming out here and then there. Didn't want to get too crazy with it because I don't want him to be the focus. I want this action scene here to be the focus. I wanted him to be like a background character, So yeah, so I pretty much mirrored him, even this design element here. I did pretty much that. Put some straps on him. And yeah, so it's like a character that we co-created, Aquila and I, Aardvark and I. And yeah, I had a lot of great fun drawing this character. He's a really cool. It's got an excellent design, really cool character. And this is the second time I drew him. I would go on to draw him one more time in a sketch card. But yeah, it's a really awesome design, really awesome character. And let's take a look at the colors. So here are the colors. And it looks great. You can see how everything came together. And yeah, the colors were done by Avery Ferdinand, who is also the colorist of the Aquila comic. excellent colorist. He's mostly active on Twitter. If you're looking to hire someone like Avery, he's mostly active on Twitter, so you can get a hold of him on. I'm sorry, he's not active on Twitter. He's mostly active on Facebook. I'm sorry, he's active on Facebook. It's my mistake. And so if you're looking for a colorist, get a hold of Avery. Avery's fast and reliable. Yeah, he's fast and reliable, and you see the quality of work that he does. He's a really nice person also. I can't say enough good things about Avery. So Avery's an excellent colorist. He did a really good job. He's got a lot of blues, purples. Aardvark decided to go. Aardvark decided to go bluish with this character, and it came out great. A good contrast to the orange here. And the costume was nice. And everything came out great. So this is a piece that I did, and I'm also another reason why I'm talking about this piece, because this may be one of the last times that I see it, because this piece is going to be offered up for auction at the Red Valkyrie Underground Art Auction 2 days from now, this Saturday. Tomorrow's Friday. The day after that, Saturday the 12th, October 12th, I'm going to offer this piece off in the auction, and I'm going to offer it in the bundle with 2 other pieces. The second piece that I have is this, which is a fan art of Ella Forsyth. If you are a fan of the Lucent, this is the main character, Ella Forsyth. This is a fan art that I did. I like the character. I really like the book. And my challenge, this has been probably the most challenging character to draw. Because I'm trying to find something dynamic. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I was trying to find something dynamic to do with her power set. We don't know much about her power set. There's images in the first book that indicate something, but nothing concrete. So I really didn't know what to do in terms of the power set for Ella. So this is like a pose that I thought would be pretty cool, about as dynamic as I could get. I mean, my mind probably wasn't just working out too well for myself, but yeah. So I'm doing that. I wasn't too happy with what I did here, so I took a second crack at it. I actually took a third crack at it, and yeah. So there's 3 pieces of Ella Forsyth out there that I did. They all look completely different, and I'm not happy with how I draw her. But eventually one day I'll get her. So I went with this for the first one. I dig that face. And then I went with this for the second one. I dig that face also, but you can see that there's a complete difference from one character to the other. So I'm not too happy with that. I took two different routes with the hair, because I wanted to see what they look like. I went blacks, heavy blacks, so you could just red it in, when you or yellow it in when you color that. But then I went this route and just did like some lines. So in this case here, with this kind of rendering, you can play more with the different colors of her hair. Now you can do like a yellow, an orange, and then a red. This one is just mostly just like one kind of color thing. So anyways, it's just 2 different ways of doing it. I entered this piece into the fan art contest. I didn't win that, but it was fun to participate. There was a lot of great artwork there. Skunk participated. I can't remember all the artists that were there, but there's a lot of great art there. So it was cool. And then both pieces I did up shots of, kind of. So she's looking down and she's looking up. But then here's like the wind. I took 2 different approaches on the wind also. Like the wind was just straight lines here, and the wind in this case is like I drew like anime style wind effect thing around her. So I like how it came out. I dig my signature right here. I did it like if this is swirling around, so it'll look one way when it's coming around, it looks one way, but then if it's going behind it, it'll look differently. So I did that there. Thought that was pretty cool. I don't know if anybody caught that. But then I did this one. Both of these were done in 2023. So all this is going to be bundled together at the auction, so you can get all of these pieces. So yeah, again, this is happening at the Red Valkyrie YouTube channel. Really great group of people they do interview streams, they do cosplay, they just hang out and play games. I think it's video games. Or just hang out. I was on their channel working on an exclusive ominous character piece last week Friday, so you can catch that also. There's a link to that in the community tab, so check out the community tab so you can see that live stream that I was on with Sai and Shay. And so check that out. Check them out. Be sure to subscribe to their channel. They have excellent content, and they stream regularly Fridays and Saturdays. So check them out. Also tune in to the art auction. Is happening on Saturday, October 12th. This Saturday. So today's Thursday, tomorrow Friday, Saturday. And there's different time slots. I'm going to be in the time slot from 9 p.m. to midnight. So from that time slot, you'll be able to tune in. From that time period, you'll be able to tune in and then bid on these pieces. I'll probably offer up some more art also, because I got a lot. So I'll probably offer up more pieces. But this is the initial bundle. You get Aquila, you get Ella Forsyth pieces, and then I'll have a starting price for that, and then you guys can bid on that and then see which one you get. So be sure to tune in and check that out. This will be offered during my third round, because we get 3 rounds to offer up art. So this is going to be the headliner, if you want to call it that. In the previous 2 videos, we saw Spider-Man, we saw Swarm versus Armadillo. I'm going to start my first round with Swarm. Then the second round is going to be Spider-Man, and then the third round is going to be this piece. So just to give you an idea, because if we start at 9, so around 9 or 10ish, I'll offer up I'll offer up Swarm. Then around 10, 11ish, I'll offer up Spider-Man. Then 11 to midnight-ish, I'll offer up this piece. So you tune in any of those times to catch me while I'm auctioning off art. So yeah. Hopefully I can see you in the chat. I can see you on the show, and hopefully you can get yourself some nice art. Let's take a look at the rendering. A lot of great stuff here. A lot of hatching and cross hatching. I do hatching here, a little bit of cross hatching here, cross hatching here. I do hatching all the way throughout this mask. Remember that this was done after that Swarm versus Armadillo piece, so that Armadillo piece gave me some inspiration onto how to render this metal-ish, at least that was the goal. And then we have the eyes, the rendering of the eyes. Thought that looked great. Yeah, you look at it from behind, from far away, it's one of the first things that pop out. That contrast, that black and white contrast, takes your eyes right to it. Same here, no. This I just went a little bit crazy with the hatching. I just hatched a little bit everywhere. Try to give it some texture. To make this work effectively, you have to do it from a far off distance, so you can see where you're. At least that's how I approach it. And then got the legs, the muscular legs, hatching, and the cross hatching on the abs. Then the different kind of hatching for the metallic surface. A lot of different surfaces here. They had different kind of hatching for this ghost arm type thing also. Hatching for the shadow. I decided to go with these hatch lines versus just doing it in all black, so you can see some kind of difference between the suit and then the other parts of the armor. There's Aquila's arm. There's the guy's face. Supposedly this is transparent, so I didn't want to do too much detail inside that area. That's why he's just like that. That's why his mouth right here is just like that, because these are transparent areas. So there's a lot of things to take into consideration. I had to keep looking back and forth at the reference pieces, make sure that I had the costumes right, the designs right. And yeah, man, so it was a fun piece. It came out great. I'm really happy with how it came out. I'm really happy that I was able to show this off to you guys. And hopefully this will find a new home on Saturday, and hopefully it'll go to your house. So please be sure to tune in. That's October 12th from 9 p.m. to midnight. And even if you don't like this, even if you don't like my other pieces of art that I've shown off, there's other great artists, other excellent artists out there that are going to be auctioning off. It starts at 11 a.m. So there's different time slots. There's 11 to 3, 4 to 9, and then 9 to midnight. So I think 4 to 8. I think it is. I'm sorry, 4 to 8, and then 9 to midnight. So yeah, so be sure to tune in, check out, and then get some great art. Even if it's not this, get some other great art. Get some other great art, because there's a lot of stuff out there for you. So yeah, so that was it. I hope you liked the piece. Yeah, please, if you did like the video, I hope you liked the video. No, so if you did like it, hit that like button. If you didn't like the video, guess what? Hit the like button anyways. The like buttons, the likes help out with the visualization of the video, so more people can get a look, can take a look at this awesome art. So don't be stingy with that like. Hit that like button. Share the wealth. So just if you saw the video, hit that like button. And yeah, share the video out. Tell everybody about me. Tell your mom about me. Tell your friends about me. Tell everybody. And that's it. And then I'll be sure to catch you in the next video. Remember, I post videos every Thursday at noon. So check out next week when I have my next video. All right. So you guys take care. Have a great day. Goodbye.
Hello, everyone. The time is finally upon us. Ominous Avenging Death is now available. Avenging Death is a short 10-page story that serves as a preview of what kind of art you can expect and the world you'll see in the main story of Ominous. In Avenging Death, we'll see Zadok take on the monstrous Deathmonger in a 10-page fight scene that'll be sure to get you hooked into the world of Ominous. All of the artwork is done, including the line art, which was done by me, the colors, which were done by Emmanuel Orlas, and the lettering, which was done by Paul Bird. So grab your copy of the digital PDF file today for only $5. That's right, $5. Contact me in my DMs on Twitter for more information. Now, coming up next is the official trailer of Ominous Avenging Death. Enjoy.